I got the distributor back. I had to send it to MSD. When we were checking the car, we had the tech guy on the phone and we were explaining what's going on with it. I had no spark. I had spark coming from the coil. We have 12 volts going to this distributor. So he told me to send it in and then we'll check it out. Now usually what goes bad on these distributors is the magnetic pickup. That's the little unit here. It's very hard to get to it when it's in the car. But there's a sprocket on this. When this sprocket goes around, it makes contact with the magnetic coil and sends spark to the plugs through the cap. But this distributor is different. This is a run distributor. And a lot of these other distributors got a control module that's in the 6 box, the separate box that you install. This is ready to run, so the control module is underneath this plate. And I never knew that, so I would have put the pickup thing on here that you can buy for $50, but the control module was burnt. So when I had the guy on the phone, he gave me a quote, $190, and he said the part alone was $160. So when I did Google it, and I found it on Jegs Auto Parts, it was $160 for the part. In order to change this plate, you got to take the gear off here. You got to pull the whole shaft out. Then you got to pry this conductor wheel off and pry the plate off. And then he said something with the vacuum advance. There was something wrong with that. They put a brand new vacuum advance on this, and that was a $40 part, but they didn't charge me for it. So this wheel here, this conductor wheel they call it, a lot of videos I've seen, they're all rusted up on a lot of these people's cars because they got them outside. This wasn't rusted. Mine wasn't rusted, but they changed it. This is brand new. It was dull a little bit, so they put a new one of these on, and the whole control module and the magnetic pickup is all together in one unit. So it cost me like $30 in labor if you want to figure out if I bought the part myself to do it. So the place was called Holly Performance, but they do MSD repairs also. Got to go to that thing for MSD repairs. Send your part in, and they checked it all out. Now, when I had the cap on this, I was spinning it. I heard clunking in there. So it could have been one of the bushings was bad also. They rebuilt this whole distributor. This is brand new. This is a brand new gear on the bottom that rides on your camshaft. And the bottom, the notch, sits in your oil pump. So this was replaced too. So they actually rebuilt this whole distributor. This distributor, model 8360, cost $499.99. $500. For $190, I got this all rebuilt. Brand new. I got the car when it was 206. So it was 18 years I had the car, but the distributor was like 2 or 3 years old when the guy put it in. So you're talking 21 years on this distributor. Now, if it was a point distributor, you would just change the points in it. But this is electronic. And the electronics go. They burn out. The control module is burnt. And usually what happens is when you put a new part in, like I replaced the coil, it's got more volts coming out. So you're going to get a weaker part somewhere. and it's going to burn that out. And that's probably what happened with the distributor. I got out in the car. She ran real great. Put it in the driveway. She started stumbling and stalled out and wouldn't restart. So we're going to put this back in the car and then we'll fire it up. Well, we got this distributor in. A little difficult getting it back in. Firing it up. Fires right up. Running nice now. We adjust the timing back up. Nice and smooth. Battery's charging. A little bit cold. She didn't warm up that much. Just fires right up. We first put the distributor in. We fired it up, but the timing was off. It had to be advanced a little bit. The exhaust was like puffing noise. Nice and smooth. All of these years, why she wasn't starting, and then she was starting. It was the control module inside the distributor. The electronic part. And it's got a magnetic pickup. So when it spins around the socket, it throws spark to the plugs, but it wasn't igniting the spark to the plugs because the control module wasn't telling the distributor to send spark. It was shorted out. It burnt. The distributor was 20 years old, and the electronic thing, I guess, just burned out on me. Maybe from the high speed and stuff like that. Because last year, I got stuck in a gas station. Took it out. She ran great, but she wouldn't restart. So the control module must have got hot. Weak spark. So it's working now. I did change the plugs. I put all new plugs in it. I know they were a little bit more expensive now, but the other ones were all carbon fouled because they weren't getting a good spark to ignite the mixture. I did clean them, but for safety's sake of taking them in and out, I put a brand new set in. I figured I'd get the distributor rebuilt. Let's put a new set of plugs in and eliminate all the issues. So she is running good now. Started up. I have to take it out on the road. With the help from a friend that came over and put the distributor in for me. I never did a distributor before. Now I learned how to do it. So hopefully we don't have to do this again. So a little news on the 57 Chevy. The MSD distributor is back in, and she's starting back up again.